Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today, we're going to get right into the topic. We're going to be talking about rebounding. You know, the traditional get on top of or get under someone so you can get over someone. Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. The typical jump into something else with someone new because you want to get rid of some feelings or not think about a past relationship that just ended. Along with the other side of things, I know rebounding can seem like such a shitty position to be in or have someone else in because the other person seems so disposable to you. That's the shit we're gonna get into today. Just the whole rebound topic as a whole. When I think about rebounding, I think about why do we do that? As human beings, why do we go out to seek for another connection immediately after one connection fails or ends? For fuck's sake, I wonder why I have done it myself. Why do we put ourselves in this position that we go for someone that we know for damn sure we don't even want? And rebounding, you're either having a good time with this person or you're attaching yourself to someone new, which I don't know. It's a bit toxic to me, attaching yourself to someone new after you still have this attachment to someone else. And I get it. Ending a relationship is very hard. It's a lot of grief. You essentially feel lost when you lose a relationship. It's one of the hardest things, along with dealing with the loss, that we have to go through as humans, especially because you've devoted this time and this energy to this person. Energy, time, effort, money, all of that shit I know we think about after a breakup, and it gets to us at the end of the day because it's not something that we can take back. It's not something that we can reverse time and be like, oh, fuck that dude, I already know what they were gonna do, or fuck that girl, like I knew she was gonna play me. Whatever the case may be, it's time lost and essentially it's time wasted. So I get it. We all know that the healing phase and the recovering phase after a breakup takes time, and on everyone it's different. There's no timeline when someone is going to heal from a past relationship. The same way, there is no right or wrong when to start dating someone new. Because if it feels right, then f***ing go for it. Nobody's here to judge you besides people who actually judge you behind your back. Just saying. But don't get me wrong, sometimes we get into these relationships for all the wrong reasons as well. So here's the question. What the happens when you don't take the proper time to heal yourself and recover from the past relationship, and you don't take those proper steps? When you don't take the proper steps to heal from past trauma or emotions or anything like that, you end up hurting yourself more. And I'm only talking from experience. I have been that girl who has gotten out of a relationship and jumped into something else just because I did not want to sit there with my own feelings and emotions and negativity. And I know from experience how it is to end one relationship and then go on and jump into something new just because I knew I didn't want to feel nothing or experience any kind of pain. So I knew getting into something with someone new was going to distract me from feeling anything that I felt in the past and just wash it away. I can't really say it washes it away. More like I fucking took a shovel and dug dirt up and fucking threw my emotions and feelings in there and just covered it back up. And the reality is, when we end up in these rebound relationships, is because we did not take those proper steps to heal. And we did not bother adjusting ourselves before getting involved with someone new. Jumping into a rebound relationship can actually happen quickly after a breakup, and some people just happen to fall into one of those rebound relationships. So let's get into why we do it. So like I said earlier, when we go out to seek these relationships or unconsciously seek these rebound relationships, I really think that it's because we are trying to avoid the feeling of guilt, anger, sadness, depression, all of that is all related to a breakup. We clearly don't want to feel that shit again, so we try to avoid it. And obviously some people never end up actually healing from that relationship, so they actually bring in that trauma and cause that trauma onto someone else that probably did not have it before. Now, don't get me wrong, some people also get into rebound relationships for some petty ass reasons, that being get their ex jealous or to make them seem happier and shit, when in reality they probably are not. And I'm not gonna sit here and say rebounds, they're no good. I mean, do I think they're healthy? Maybe not, but I'll probably get into why I think that later. But a rebound relationship, I'm not gonna sit here and say it might not work out in the future, because you never know. With today's society and the way the culture is, a rebound relationship might actually just turn into an actual relationship, but who's to say? And being in a rebound relationship is also not a bad thing. So shout out to the girls and the guys who are okay knowing they are the rebound. Because of you guys, we can move on. We always need people to do dirty work, and I'm here for the people who are okay doing that, knowing that they're sitting there as a rebound around, knowing it's not gonna really go nowhere. Like I said, there could be that small percentage that maybe it'll go somewhere, but a rebound has the name for a reason. But I want to just say y'all are the real MVPs, because y'all are taking it like a champ. Just because I myself, personally, I couldn't do it. And I don't know if you guys remembered when I first started season 2 off, I said 3 guys had resurrected from the dead. Yeah. I know that they were looking for that rebound, and I just wasn't willing to be that rebound to them. I know it's so hypocritical, because I've had my fair share of rebounds. I remember having a rebound after my long-ass relationship had ended. I think I gave myself about a month or so to kind of grieve and cry and everything like that. I knew it wasn't going to be a month. After so long of being with someone, I knew a month wasn't going to cover all aspects of me feeling what I was feeling. Anyways, fast forward 1 month later, here I am out in the dating scene. I felt like a fucking serial dater, out on a date every week, every weekend, every other day, and generally just having a good time. Then I met a guy who I was seeing for about 3 months. He was awesome. We did so many activities together. We went out for dinners. Obviously, we hooked up too. But there was no connection, honestly, at the end of the day. Like, I didn't feel no type of way towards him. Like, I knew what it was. My emotions and my feelings felt, and the love I had, it was with someone else, because I knew what I was doing. Did he know that? No, but I knew he also didn't want anything serious, so it worked out perfectly. Then, after another breakup a few years ago, I had another rebound, and this guy, I had talked to him probably years ago after the breakup. So this guy, I started talking to him. We rekindled, talked for a little bit, hung out. I knew what it was. It was a rebound thing, because I had just gotten out of another situation. So, same thing again. Just have a good time, go out for dinners, enjoy one another's company. And that was really it. But I knew what I was doing. At the end of the day, I was forward. Like, I'm not sure if I want a relationship right now. Like, I don't think I'm ready. And that's one big thing about me is, like, obviously communication, guys. Like, I can't stress that enough. You'll probably hear for every episode I mention, communication is like a big key in a lot of things. But needless to say, my ass was toxic back then, toxic as but I will say I am in a healthier state of mind, and I've been single for about like 4 years now, so I can decipher my rights and my wrongs. I will own up to my shit. I've done my dirt. So, it is what it is. But I will say those rebounds definitely kept me busy and away from my feelings and having to feel some type of way or go back and reminisce about the past relationship that didn't work out, that fucking put me down to the ground. I think a lot of us have had this phase in life where we have a rebound, but eventually, like I was saying, I grew from it. We all have to one day sit down with our own emotions and feelings, fucking work through that shit, because if not, you're always going to bring these toxic traits with you. I'll tell you that right now. Plus, I have to say that sit down with yourself and everything like that, it's such a personal growth. You don't even realize it at the moment, because you're feeling these feelings, you're going through those emotions, you're, crying it out or whatever, and you really do grow. Honestly, self-growth is the word here. But anyways, we're going to get back into the rebounding. I got a little off topic there because personal growth is such a big thing for me. And I'm not perfect in no way, shape, or form, but I'm still working on things to get me to where I am happy, where I am at. So it's all a process, people. So with rebounding, how do we know that you're the rebound or you're in a rebound relationship? Like, how did you fall into that situation? We're going to get into that right now. We're going to go through some indicators. And one of them being if they either won't shut the fuck up about their ex or they say nothing about their ex at all. Things that you would look for when they do talk about their ex is how they're talking about their ex. If they have a bitter tone to it, because if they have a bitter tone to it, most likely they're not over that situation. And if they don't mention their ex, I mean it in the sense if you ask about it and they completely shut it down, they don't want to get into it, because that's common. Guys are like, I don't want to get into it. And girls are the same way. They're going to be like, I don't really want to talk about my ex, because of the fact that maybe there is some underlying feelings rooted in there that they don't want to talk about because it just brings everything back to surface again. Because let's call it like it is. At some point, we as women and men will ask someone about their ex. Why did you guys break up? Why did things happen the way they did? How long did you guys date? No matter what, an ex gets brought up at some point, even in the getting to know phase. And obviously, if you want to know if you're a rebound or not, just ask them how long have they been single for. Because if they're coming out here for like, I've been single for a month, back it up. We're not doing that. That means you're just here for a good time. Another indicator if you're in a rebound relationship or if you're the rebound is if the other person strictly hangs out with you and it's more of a sexual connection more than anything. Granted, it could be like a buddy situation, but like, you know, with that situation, it is never serious. So there's that. And when it's strictly sex, it actually gives you this feel of being wanted and you're getting attention, so you're enjoying that. And because if you're the person or the other person is the person rebounding you, vice versa, whatever, that attention strokes their ego. They stick around and enjoy that fuck around stage with you because it really makes them feel more confident again. And with a rebound relationship, the person will actually keep up with you with the texting and the calling and everything for this validation and attention from you or vice versa, but there's no real intentions for anything to actually come out of it. So the people that fall into this rebound relationship or anything like that, they will feel like things are moving fast. At least the person who got caught up into it without realizing this person is using them for their own gratifications to get over someone else. And what I mean by that is that they start showing you off almost immediately. That be on social media just so other people can see. And social media is a big deal. Like, at least for me, it's a big deal. So when someone's out here posting someone on social media, like, slow it the fuck down. That is way too fucking fast. Especially if it's been like 2 weeks, a month. No. And if they're doing it, obviously it's because they want a specific person to see it or that person's friend to see it so they can tell it to the other person, aka the ex, so they go searching and seeing that this person is now with someone else and they seem happier with them. Or they do it to make the ex jealous and get their attention. Whichever way, it's just to get the ex's attention again. So now that we went through some of the indicators of a rebound relationship, or if you're the one in a rebound relationship, whatever the case may be, one of the questions I come across is a rebound relationship healthy at all? And my take on that is, it's more like I wouldn't even say 50-50, maybe like a 70-30. 70% being it's not healthy, and that 30% maybe it could be. And I give it a 30% because, correct me if I'm wrong, after a breakup, there's this gap of emotional and physical connection that we are lacking. Therefore, the rebound can be that solution to provide with that emotional and physical connection that is lacking from the breakup. But if you have attachment styles that are different from mine per se, like I don't like to attach myself to someone easily. So if your attachment style is that you easily get attached, especially after hooking up with someone or being more intimate with someone, then save yourself another heartache. I do think rebounds help with dealing with the breakup, but do I think it's healthy? Probably not. Because like I said, you're either suppressing old feelings or bringing that into a new situation with this other person. And then because of that, you create some kind of attachment to this other new person. And here's a worse scenario. You get into a rebound relationship, right? But let's say your ex, and if that's the case, in any scenario, if your ex is always coming up on top, you're always going to end up missing them more or wanting them more. So what I mean by everything I just said, an example would be like, let's say you're missing your ex or you're thinking about them a lot more than usual because you guys broke up. You go out, you hook up with somebody, but then the hookup's over. You come home, you're home by yourself again, and you think how much better your ex was. Then you go down this big ass rabbit hole of feelings and emotions and how your ex was better. And when that happens, it's a downward spiral, and no one can get you out of there besides your damn self. Which then means the rebound is actually doing the opposite of why you even did it in the first place. It defeats the purpose of rebounding at all. And like I mentioned earlier, having a rebound can actually give you new experiences and adventures with someone else. So that makes a nice little memory for you to remember. I will say this though. A rebound can have its positive side as well, such as making you feel confident. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to be physical to gain these kind of benefits from the rebound. I actually read this research article that said people who rebound after a breakup have a better mental health, physical health, and confidence in their desirability. But anyways, how long do these rebounds usually last? It depends. They all fluctuate. The longest rebound I've had is 3 months, but they can last anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. Who's to say? But they usually don't go up to 6 months to a year. Maybe they can do the 6 months, but that's like really pushing it. So when I mentioned earlier about rebound relationships, and like sometimes people think relationships actually can form after a rebound. I mean, it can happen, don't get me wrong. But I don't think rebounds are built on the right foundation to start off a whole new relationship out of. Because the motive behind a rebound is just to get over feelings that you have of an ex, rather than actually trying to find this other person interesting. And rebounding actually becomes a big ass coping mechanism for a lot of us. It's short, but it lets us do what we have to do to get over someone in a sense. As bad as that is, I mean, that's what it's there for. So in the sense of the saying, to get over someone, you gotta get under someone new. At the end of the day, when it comes to rebounding, you have to have that open line of communication with that other person. It is in fact important because let's say this other person wants something more and your intentions were never that. That's a hard pill to swallow for that person because they didn't know why they're getting into something that they never asked for. And then here they are falling for your ass. And your ass is out here playing games. Well, not playing games, but trying to get over someone else. Anyways, those are my thoughts on this rebound situation, relationship. If you're a rebound, if you're not a rebound, whatever. That's just my opinion, my thoughts on this, my take on it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're listening Hey y'all, thank you for always tuning in. All of you guys on YouTube, on my Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Amazon Music, all of that. I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in with me every week. And I'll see you guys next week on the next episode. Bye.